Life is such a amazing journey. From one moment to the next moment, you just don't know. You just never know. So if you're here with me at this moment, who knew we would have this time together? But when I think about and just overlook my life when it comes to the 9 to 5, the job sector, being the age over 50, over 40, some people's having their conversations about being over 60 in the work field and what you experience. But has a thought ever crossed anybody's mind? Not only do I not want to be here, but to play into some of those reasons that your job has caused you to really feel like I don't like being around people. Is it I don't like people, or is it that I don't like being around people who's on my job? But why is that? Well, I overheard a conversation. It was a location that it was new to me. I hadn't really been there that often to work, but it was new to me. And I'm overhearing as I'm looking over my shoulder, I'm hearing these two people talk about, I see why people don't like coming back here. I wouldn't like the people here. I would not come back here to work with the people here at this job. And then the girl goes further to say to the girl she's talking to, I don't like people. And something just triggered within me to be in agreement. Now, I've never met this girl who was doing this talk, but I felt her. She was one of the ones that did welcome me, asked me, is there anything that I need? Any questions that I have? I told her, I don't like people either. It was not my conversation. You know how some people can be when you kind of interject yourself in people's conversation. But the reason being, I have been in some really cold situations where if my assignment for that day, I need contact to check in with the manager. The manager then turns me over to who my team buddy is for that day. Well, it's kind of odd if the culture of the location consists of the manager don't want to talk and have nothing to deal with you, to greet you once you, because I'm reading the manager once I found out who it was. They just on their phone, carrying on as if like they'll deal with me later, but yet like shooing me off. I'm like, okay. So then I'm asking someone else within the job, well, is there anyone else that can help me and provide what it is that I can be of help with? Let me get back with you. Okay, y'all. Well, by that time, my hour goes by. So I'm questioning myself. Do I just not like these people that I don't even know? Is it just that I need to focus on me not liking their ways? Do these people just want to see me fail? Like all types of thoughts. Do they want to see me get fired? Do they want to see me get rolled up? Do they want it to be said, well, shoot, behind my back? Nowadays, people don't care if they talk about you out in the open. I don't like her because she's not helping. I don't like him because they not helping. They not talking enough. They not being involved enough. They're not completing their job. They're off in outer space just doing what they want to do. Well, I would never suggest that. Don't ever get comfortable to ever get on your computer to look at things that you're not supposed to. When I say look at things you're not supposed to, I saw some girl shopping away. She on Amazon, Etsy, just all the little websites that she could come up with. But let me have tried that. I bet they would have been looking at me then. Then this officer comes in. He's doing security. He talking to all the women that look a certain type of way with the free flowing hair, and they just chopping it up like they just the best of the best friends. I'm thinking, me and him got something in common, so he probably gonna say, "What's up, sis?" Well, it wasn't that type of environment. I found that right quick, meaning I was just isolated on my own. So he talking to them, and then finally somebody says, "My dog does not like black people." I loved every bit of it because I wanted to see how he was going to react to that one. So he was just like, oh, really? Yeah, then she just goes on and on. Yeah, it seems like whenever there's maintenance coming by, and if the maintenance guy happens to be, then the dog just goes crazy. What do you think I should do? I could tell he got uncomfortable, but I'm like, let me see if this man is going to try to play the game. So he's like, well, you should just try to make sure the dog is calm. Try to do some meditation with the dog. Talk to the dog calmly. And look, if your dog ain't liking people, either, they sensing something, or you done sense something, or you done had some type of experience, or you just for the heck of it done put some thoughts in that dog's mind. The dog just didn't wake up that day to say, I don't like black people. But just the environment of the place already, because I'm like, well, is it just a type where they're not really paying attention to me because of me being... I didn't want to think that, but at the same time, I know in this world certain things are realistic, but I'm like, I'm just here to get my job. But the same person, the girls I was talking from earlier said, I would not want to come here. This is a very, very cold place, how people treat you. But see, that's already the setup, y'all, when you walk into a lot of these places, how they're going to act, how they want to treat people. Some jobs, they want to do right. But some people don't want to be there no more than you, and they want to make it hard. They're miserable, and they're going to do everything they can to shake your position. But my thing is, that could be the very person that is on their way out. That could be the very person that has everybody shook, including the manager, when people act like they don't want to be of help. That could be their last day. Now they done messed it up for you solely not to return. But I'm going to tell y'all too, when you have signs, because signs and wonders do follow, if it's not the location for you or whatever it is that you are doing, more things will come out. But at the same time, I know we can't just disappear off of everything, but we do live in a world where everybody we know is not our friend on the job. Ain't nobody your friend on the job, so to speak. If you do happen to have one or two, oh, you a good one. I don't go into the job with that intention. I just go in to fulfill what it is I'm supposed to do within the scope of my practice. And if people can't handle it, they just can't handle it. So that's why too, nowadays you have to just form your own healthy mindset, be in your own moment, know what you're there for, have a game plan in mind, because sometimes it doesn't always work out. Sometimes every job is not for you. But life moves on. Whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, please pray and have a plan in mind. Please pray that your steps will be ordained. Because I feel like if you can't talk to who you're supposed to be able to talk to, because their mind is corrupt as far as the manager, what can you do? All I can do is turn to prayer and let go. Let go. Let it be worked out to move on. But it's too bad when you can't even go to your job. Like, what are we supposed to do? Have a world that is just full of homeless people? Do you know what homelessness leads to? Not everybody believes in remaining homeless. Some people be out here on some scamming stuff. Some people be out here on some con artisan stuff. Some people out here on some I'ma get it however I can get it. And if I get caught, I get caught. Meaning that'll be a place for me to stay. If I get caught. But it's not worth it. That's what I'm saying. I do feel like if the world had more love, and it just sounds it's so easy to do. It's so easy to give. But people think it's like the hardest thing. If people was more respectful of each other, if people was more willing to help, people wasn't so selfish or didn't want to see people down, maybe things would work out better. And in actuality, that's helping them. But some people want to feed off of negative energy to make people's lives worse. But it's like, do I like people? Or is it just people's ways? Now, don't get me wrong. Some people feel like they would do better in a space where they're not with a lot of people that they're flowing with. But I think it's people's ways. So all I can do right now, I'm pray for them, and I'm gonna pray for myself that I can keep my cool and not lose it. Because in a minute, I came up in there with my anointing oil, my olive oil, my anointing oil, and just had to anoint the whole place to get them spirits up out of there. But at the same time, y'all, in the meantime, we just must keep on pushing and just keeping God first and knowing that it will work out. It will work out. Keep them spirits, bind it, and give it to God.